Okay, so anterior leg is a little bit quicker than the posterior leg because we've done IT band, we've done adductors, we're just doing quads. And when we get to the distal leg, we're kind of emphasizing more on the lateral side of it, right? Which is iliotibial tract. You could get some of the worm stones on the medial side of the distal leg just real gently, but this is gonna go a little faster, and we really don't do too much stones on the feet this way either. So this tends to be a quicker one. So I undrape and I give myself some leverage at the foot to not pull. And again, I'm just gonna stand here. I'm gonna turn my hand underneath, pushing towards the table to the angle of the shoulder. And then I'm just gonna gently tuck in here so that they feel safe. Okay, Cynthia, would you like to kick us off?
Yeah, so as per usual, we begin with the Balinese style effleurage.
Uh-huh.
One hand up, one hand down.
One hand up, one hand down, and then switch. Because the stone massage is such a nervous system relaxing thing, this is also a very nervous system relaxing thing. It tends to trick their nerves, like, ooh. As long as it's flowy, it's not just slapping on, right? You're just, and then switch, and then come down the foot, and now we'll begin. So stones. We are going to go ahead and there's sectioning on this one. 1, 2, 3, working down. So I'm going to heat transfer up the whole entire quad. Just heat transferring, and then they're hot enough now where I can cool them. So cooling is just quick moving. Is the temperature okay?
And then we want to focus on the origin of rectus femoris.
Yes. Did I say rectus femoris?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, rectus femoris. Good. I was thinking biceps femoris in my head just now. So, femoris. Femoris. So we're going to just go ahead and focus on that. You can push towards it, flip, press towards it, or you could press away from it. Flip, press away. You can even press away from it. Flip, press away. Okay, just that easy. Moving on, we're going to go ahead and fill in the entire quadricep area with heat.
Working on the bellies now. Right?
The bellies now, exactly. So even if you start a little bit more medial, work your way along the edge of the sheet, and it's not that hot, so I'm going to flip and repeat. This is just that easy. And if you do find, because sometimes quads can have like sometimes I find quads can have like larger tight tendinous tissue. This is why I didn't want this open. So if you find something like that, you're welcome to do a little bit more detailed work using an angled part of your stone. If you do happen to find like a chunk of tissue, knots or something, you're welcome to kind of stay in one spot, but we're just going to fill that in. Okay, and then the next
we move to the insertion for the patella.
Towards the patella. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to get 2 new stones, 2 large ones, nice and hot. These are really hot. I'm going to go ahead and uncover. Noticing how hot they've become, I'm uncovering the stones. Whew, those are
Quick
hot.
question.
Yes.
Knowing you had time to go through, say, 3 times 3 stones, would you do origin, belly, insertion, new rock, origin, belly, insertion, or would you do all insertion, all belly, all origin, all belly, and all insertion?
That's a great question. I think either way, you could argue a case for either way why it's better, but for me, I feel like all origin, all belly, all insertion's best. Okay. Simply because it's less chaotic for them. And if you melt for longer, and you melt more than kind of jumping around too. So these are quite hot. So I'm going to look at her face. Is that okay? So this one's kind of fun. What we're going to do is take our large stones and just come off the patella, flip, and just kind of squish the muscle up off the patella. You can even put one down and just use one, and then kind of as you widen out, put the other one back in. That's nice. All right. And then we're going to go ahead with massage for this area, which is, Cynthia?
The strip grasp is necessary. It only says those two, up and down the quads.
Up and down. So I'm going to go ahead and start with section 1. Just little strippings onto the origin, which is where it's anterior, inferior iliac spine. And then I can go through and do small, wide strips as I fill in the quad. And this allows you to kind of feel for those knotted up tissues that may be dispersed randomly here, especially with runners. So you could do small ones, or you could go ahead and do large, long ones as well. And then grasping is really nice. In fact, I'm going to actually go ahead and grasp, maybe come in this way a little bit more, because I like to aim for vastus medialis. Not quite adductors, but vastus medialis, there's something about it that just feels so good. So, and I'm only going to go to where the drape allows. So I'm just going to grasp and pull very small, wide, and deep lines on vastus medialis. What do you think about that? Does it feel good? I don't know if it's just me or what, but do you like that too? Something about it just feels so good. So the grasping, I'm really going to just focus on that. Okay, and then...
And now we're ready to move to the distal.
Yes, here comes the fun part, the chasing. My ice stones, thank you so much. Maybe both bowls. Thank you very much. Don't drop them. So I brought a few different sizes. I brought the 2 that we have, our face kind of small stones, and then the medium ones, I went ahead and iced one of them just to see how it feels. And then I even have this kind of intermediate size, which was so nicely gifted to me from Alex, which is really kind of the best size. So I don't know if you were able to find any of these, but we'll try all of them.
Is this a request that they were told?
I don't think people really know about this, so I would advertise it as hot and cold stone.
Oh, okay.
And this is how you would use it.
Okay.
So take a medium stone, and let's take the smaller that we have first and just see how it goes. It's pretty hot. I'm going to heat transfer. It's very, very simple. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go up the tibialis anterior, and I'm going to chase with this stone. So I'm going to go ahead and just come on, kind of like with the front edge and then flat, and I'm going to follow the same way with the front edge and then flat, and just chase it. And I'm going to come off the same way. I'm going to glide off, and I'm going to glide off. Flip them both. Same thing. So come on nicely this way, and then take the cold stone and then chase it. I try not to touch the skin with my skin and just use stone, as it so nicely confuses their nervous system here. Peel off. Peel off. Now I'm going to try it with our larger stone and see what you think. One time I did have a really cold stone, and as I went on with the cold stone, the client jumped and thought it was a hot stone, and to them it felt like too hot, like a piping hot. So there was kind of it can be too cold. So I'm going to now warm this up in my hand a little bit. Get a nice hotter medium stone. Now I have 2 of the same size stones. Let's just see what happens. See what you like best, and see what's physically easier. All right, here we go.
You can use an edge for the cold stone, since it's in here. And it stays nice and
An edge.
cold. It stays nice and cold.
Yeah, you could possibly do that.
Is there a reason why we didn't chase, or why we didn't do the whole distal leg with heat to chase?
The cold stone is a flourish. It's this, by this point, you're towards the end of the massage, right? This is one of the last things you're gonna do. So it's just, at this point, it's just nice. It's just kind of a nice flourish.
I just didn't know if you were tricking the vibularis muscles into something, because they do get.
Yeah, you could be. So I'm kind of really seeing this as a melting and flushing, but also like a nervous system thing. I find that when I'm massaging this location on clients is really when they fall asleep. It's like almost like a snooze button. I tend to get really tired receiving here. So something about it right here just is really nice. And I don't want to overwhelm them with the cold. So I have flipped and here I come again. So which one do you like better receiving?
I think the bigger stuff.
I think so too. It's easier.
Feels more equal to.
Feels more equal. So let's go ahead for our class purposes. We've tried it. We'll save these for the face. So when you're face down, before you turn them over, go ahead and take 2 of these out. When you're doing a full body, take 2 out, leave them out, and then start cooling them down for this part. They'll be cold by then. And that's all there is for the distal leg. You could just leave it at that and move on to the foot and be done. If you wanted to, you could do some massage. I like to do a traipsing up and down, pushing down and pulling up, and just filling in the whole entire area like this. That's plenty. And then you could do grasping for the medial side. If you have a lot of extra time or if you want to, you can take a warm stone and just kind of do some gliding and flipping on the medial side with the hot stone only. Right? And then foot.
Yeah, ankle, foot, arch, toes, from starting to pinky. I mean, there's a good bit of handwork.
Is there really? Okay, so what did I put? Well, let's see. So I'm going to put all the stones back to where they were in hot and ice so that they're ready for the next. So you don't just leave them out. You know, once you're done, put them back in their spot. All right, Cynthia, what did I write? What's going on for
So
foot?
you've already done the handwork onto the anterior, and so lightly grasp along the medial tibia.
Yep, we did that too.
And so now we're at ankles, palm and thumbs.
Okay, so you could palm on top of the ankle, really melting that retinaculum and the ankle. And then what else? Thumb? You could thumb.
Yeah, thumb.
Yep. What else?
Then grasp and spread the metatarsals.
Yummy. And then what?
Thumb strip down the arch of the foot.
Oh, so you're going to just take your thumbs down the arch of the foot here, and you're going to slide down, and once you get past the ankle, just do a little circle. This feels really nice. You can do this over and over again. She likes it. So I'm coming down the arch, and then like this.
Okay, and our last move is to gently massage each toe beginning with the pinky.
This just a little bit of time to me feels like it adds so much detail. It's so nice. And just be gentle. And is that it?
That's it.
That's it. I found that right in here, there's a really nice spot. I kind of pull there a little bit. I like that. And you can cover and just do your finishing. Ta-da.